mask on your head and where you eat popcorn.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
마스크 시대.
밤, 여름, 오후, 오천. It doesn't matter when you go.
Yeah.
You know, there's a place I'm thinking of. Always dark.
PG-13. PG-13.
Always dark.
Okay.
With only one digital appliances able, which is
I
turned
was like,
on.
wait a minute, what? Yes, I've been. I can't get to it.
A place where you enjoy
Everybody
yourself
knows
for
your
about
name?
2 hours, maybe.
Yeah. 2 hours is a decent time. If you're getting
Kind
to
of
3,
standard,
then you
right?
have to go, like, don't drink too much.
That's true.
If it's under, like, an hour, you're just like, psh, was that worth the money?
Yeah, right.
If it's like an hour and a half, you're like, well, that was good, but I almost want just a little more.
Yeah.
And it is. Come on.
And it is the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Popcorn. They are not helping.
Or the lion. We were almost lion-esque. I feel lion-esque with my pink bow.
Yeah.
Did you know that they actually took a live lion to
Yeah, yeah.
film that?
Yeah, they use
Did
that.
you know
I was
that?
going to say, I figured
I
they
thought
said
it
it's
was
been
a
around.
Photoshop.
Oh,
but
really?
Yeah.
She said it's been around for like
Yeah, yeah, since forever,
50,
like.
60
Crazy.
And
years.
getting like that good thing like back in the days.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being the lion trainer? Okay, just one
Yeah.
more
One
roar,
time.
buddy. One more. Send me steak. No, don't eat me.
There's no one more.
There's the one, that's it.
But it
One
was,
and
it was
done.
a trained lion, so it was okay.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
No lions were harmed during the making of that. Okay, listeners, so if you're curious and you didn't hear, we are talking about the cinema culture of each country. And for me personally, I love movies. Like, I may have a slightly unhealthy fondness of movies, but I blame my dad. Daddy, if you're watching. My mom and dad, because my dad has a movie collection as well.
Okay,
But
yeah.
of course, when I started collecting movies, and I know this is going to date me, but I started collecting VHS movies. That's what was like when DVD first came out. People were like, "Oh, DVD, oh, so expensive. Oh, the DVD player. Oh, I can't do it." And VHS was still ridiculously cheap. You could get a movie for like 5,000 won.
Yeah.
So, you know, we used to have these movie rentals. So you would go to the movie theater like 3 or 4 times to watch your favorite movie because it was inexpensive in my hometown. Not one of these big theaters. It was much smaller. And then you would go to the DVD rental place and then you'd rent it for almost the same price it was to watch it in the theater.
Oh.
And then after the next new movie would come out, they would sell the majority of their rentals. So
More
you could
cheaper
buy
price?
Yeah, so you could buy it for like anywhere between $5 and $10. So that is where I had something like probably about 300-ish VHS, and I have probably, oh God, estimate that picture for me, I don't know,
Yeah.
like about
That's a lot of work
150 DVDs maybe.
Yeah.
in
to
and around.
collect the whole. Well, you just showed me the
Yeah.
pile of.
There's a picture,
yeah.
listeners. Don't judge me. But what about you guys? Do you like movies?
Frank.
Yeah, I do. I was at the movies on this Saturday.
What did you see?
분노의 질주.
Oh, I watched the same one
Fast and Furious
on
9.
Saturday. I
On
was there.
Saturday.
Oh, I
was
went
there.
to on Sunday.
I was going to say, were you at the same theater? That would be...
No.
Chak-chak-um.
Okay, Elvis, what about you? Do you like
I really
movies?
like movies actually. I think it's my go thing to like when I'm feeling a little bit down, depressed.
Right.
Yeah. 그래서 영화 보는 것으로 이제 회복하는 거예요.
Oh.
Yeah, and to be more specific, I really like comedy movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true.
Okay, we're going to discuss a little bit more in depth all about, of course, the cinema culture. And let's start with Sophia first. What is these? Because, you know, maybe our listeners haven't been to the movies in over like 2 years, like myself.
Me too.
It's been a while, listeners. Or maybe they're new to Korea and they haven't quite been brave enough to brave the movie theater
Yeah.
just yet. What is the cinema culture like here in Korea?
So the popular genres
Okay.
in Korea is very subjective. What I believe
Very.
is that romantic comedy is big movie industry in Korea.
I'd agree with that.
That's
Sure.
true.
Yeah.
Even dramas. It's very, it's very hype, I would say. It's popular. Yeah.
There's like a formula. I feel
Like
like there's a
lovey-dovey, like you cry and then you
No,
come
there must
back
be-
again
yes.
and then, yeah.
There must be a love triangle
Yeah.
between either two very good-looking girls and one good-looking boy, or two very good-looking boys and one good-looking girl. Yes.
And there's always a hero.
There's a
Yes.
There's always somebody trying to break the other person up.
Yeah.
There's always a bad boy. If it's two boys and one girl, one of them is like perfect, Mr. Perfect, and the other is like, I'm a bad boy. You harmed me, and I want to do good now, and you'll just
Right.
forget all of the nasty stuff I did to you.
Yeah.
Or like there's one scenario goes like, oh, like I'm just like very 평범해, like very
very
plain
normal
person,
yeah.
and then
I'm
from
cheery and
somewhere,
plucky.
somewhere out of nowhere, this like super rich guy comes out from the building and saves the girl.
Yes. But the girl is always plucky. She's quote unquote plain until all of a sudden she wears makeup and then she's like stars behind. And but she never gives up. She's never gloomy. She's always plucky. I can do it.
Do
And
it.
she always changes his opinion about the world around him.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow.
We all know.
Yeah. Men, how do you stack up against that?
Actually, I can say I'm a good lover of Korean dramas.
Oh,
And recently, I've been addicted to a Korean drama,
okay.
Which one?
Which one?
Vincenzo.
Oh, I watched it all too.
Oh, he cracks me up.
I'm not a professor for it, but actually, I got addicted to the dramas that even in the class, when
Right.
the professor says, "Oh, obun shipsida,"
Ah.
I would turn on my Netflix and put on my AirPods and still watch the drama 5 minutes.
Minutes?
I
And I will stop again
I
to
wouldn't be
continue
able to
later.
do that.
I wouldn't be able to
can.
stop. I'd be like, wait, why am I the only one in here?
A while ago, you said that they have kind of a formula to make their dramas.
Yeah.
They do.
There is something which makes you addicted.
Even your
Yeah,
hero,
there
even your
is, yeah.
anti-hero is still a hero.
Yeah, but I like them. They're the video quality is very high.
Yeah,
As
Right.
you can
that's
see,
true.
even on Netflix or the other.
The way they filmed it is very like
Yes.
movie kind of style.
It is.
Yeah.
And each episode is long enough that it feels like a mini movie.
Mhm,
Just
kind of,
shy of
yeah.
being.
1 hour and 30
Right?
minutes.
Yeah.
I do enjoy. If you haven't checked it out, listeners, go on social media streaming sites and check out those movies. But yeah, now what about the food in Korean movie theaters? Because this is quite different from Canadian movie theaters.
I mean, obviously we have popcorns,
Yes,
but
that's the same.
in a little bit of different styles. Like, I think in Canada we do have caramel ones, but in Korea we have
Some, I
like
think, yeah.
basil, onion flavored ones, or like
I have seen those. But the thing is, the last time and listeners, this was like 5-6 years ago. The last time I went to a movie theater in Canada, they actually had these shakers.
shaker.
Yeah, so they're like you get your popcorn.
Oh,
your
the
plain-
flavors.
Yeah, you get your your plain popcorn, and then you move to the side, and there are these flavor shakers. So there is, let's see, there was ketchup, dill pickle, sour cream and onion, salt and vinegar, cheddar cheese. I think that's all the ones I can think of right now. And then you just shake it. It's like a powder that you shake on your popcorn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, other than that, at the theaters I went to, you could get nachos or popcorn, and that was it.
Yeah.
But
But
you could sneak. I'm saying the word sneak 3 times, listeners, because it was not allowed.
yeah.
But you could sneak in candy. But in
you
Korea,
could take your own food.
you could probably take
Yeah.
a pizza in and no one would
Yeah.
bat
That's
an
me.
eyelash. I've seen people eating hamburgers, and I'm like, what is that? How can I focus on my movie?
Right?
What's that smell?
And like, there's my favorite one, dried butter squid.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
the best.
I was gonna say I do like that snack, listeners, but it's really distracting when you're like trying to watch a movie and you're like,
Really? Oh, the smell.
what is that smell? And my husband's like, oh, that's squid. I'm like, who eats squid in a movie? And he's like, me? Give me one.
The buttered ones are so nice.
I mean,
like, I wish Canada has it.
it's like really nemse, himi nemse. It's like a
Nemse?
strong smell, right? I
Is
think
it?
most of the yes, any kind of fish product usually has a really
Yeah.
strong. Any jerky kind of usually has a strong smell. But in like Canada, the most like crazy thing I ever saw in a movie theater was a hot dog. In one of the theaters in Toronto, you could bring in hot dogs,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
now you can't, right?
In Korea, I like the way you can bring anything.
Yeah, you can
Right.
bring anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I went, as I said, I went last Sunday, and
Yeah.
then you could buy those, and you can take it out, but you can't have it in the theater.
That's what, yeah,
Yeah.
we should mention that, listeners, just in case you're thinking, oh, I'm going to go to the theater and have myself a feast in the
right.
theater. First off, don't do it anyway. And don't do, like, crunchy things. Popcorn is crunchy enough, but, you know,
Yeah.
and you're just like, what is that sound? Someone is dying on the screen there, and all I can hear is crunch, crunch. But yeah, due to global situation,
Yeah.
please do not bring stuff in.
Go and roast some Gibson in the movie.
Now someone's gonna be. I'm gonna. Frank, are you in here? What are you doing?
Actually, I don't eat in the movies. I only carry, of course, my coffee. That's the only
Right,
thing I can carry.
right.
I
You
always
can
have
drink.
coffee with me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Now I'm kind of curious. What is like the etiquette in
Etiquette.
Korean theater?
I mean, we try to respect people in the theater. Like, we don't want to bother them.
Sure.
Of course, in any situation in the, like, any movie theater in the world, like.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true. But like when you're going to see a comedy,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
would you be like,
I think people try to keep it quiet.
okay,
Yeah. People will try to laugh small or like cry small voice.
no ugly sobbing
Yeah.
listeners? No, don't do it. Is that how you laugh?
That's it.
He got hit by a truck.
But I think if you go to these 3D or 4D movies, people will be
Ooh,
crying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, just
the
the
Because
scary
some
one.
movie you're
Right.
scared, like you are feeling like you are the one.
In the movie, right?
People really cry.
Yeah.
I imagine though, like if it's a scary one, you know, when you get like when you jump when you're scared, like you know, I imagine it would be really hard to make that small.
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
lot of high blood pressure when you finished. If you're like,
I scream, so I feel bad for the people who
no,
watch
that's,
movie
that's
with me.
better though, Sophia,
But-
because you're scream and they're not expecting it, and
Oh,
that
yeah, you-
adds to their like sense of you know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right.
It's hard to keep it quiet.
All right. One thing though, that is not 100,000% not allowed in Canadian theaters is alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
What about in Korea?
There's one I know of. The alcohol is allowed.
Ooh.
Certain theaters, not all of them.
Right.
And so there's like themed ones with
Okay.
alcohol.
Sure.
I even heard there's a wine serving
Ooh.
here in
I
Korea.
would like that one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it is served during the movie. So if you're done, a glass of
Right.
beer or wine, you
Watch
could
down the
ask
movie.
for you could ask for another one. So somebody will come and
That is
give you another
dangerous.
glass. Yeah.
That's dangerous because okay, so in Canada, I've only ever been to movie theaters where your seats were a bit like airplane seats. They don't recline much and they're upright, smaller on the side. But there is one in Cheondan I went to. I
Yeah.
forget the name of the Mega something, I think maybe it was that chain. But they had actually like they looked like double beds.
Oh.
There was pillows, and their chair seats were lazy boys that reclined like the whole way. It was. I was like, I will have this as my movie theater
Yeah,
forever.
right.
I'm, you know, my kids get tired. Oh no, honey, go to sleep. Mommy's watching the movie.
There is one recliner seats I've been to in
Yeah,
Canada.
they were. Oh, really?
Yeah,
in
in Canada, yeah,
Whoa,
yeah.
I should definitely not in my hometown. We do have a message coming in from listener 2415 who says, "Good thing about Korean movie theater is they have couple seats or themed seats. I've not seen the themed seats. I would love that, but couple
Right.
seats, yes. I hate if you're going to like." You know, if you're watching a comedy or a romance with your significant other and it's maybe you're in that lovey-dovey stage, but you have that armrest in the way. Armrest! I want to comfortably lean my head on like it's an accident on, you know?
Oops.
Right? You know, oh, I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Oh. And snuggle in. Yeah, okay, so we have also one from listener 6413 who wants to read that one for me.
영화관 안 간 지 너무나 오래됐어요. 코로나야 빨리 사라져라. 영화관에서 영화 보고 싶다.
그러게요.
No, I agree.
yeah.
Pick percent.
맞아요.
That is why I haven't been in like 2 years.
How long has it been for you?
Since before winter of 2019.
Yeah, probably me too. Same period.
Because I got busy, and then I was like, well, there's not really anything I want to see. Oh, I'll go, you know, in and around Christmas time.
Yeah.
And then there was like reports in the news, and I'm like, oh, I got busy. And then 2020 happened, and then I was like, I'm not going to brave a movie theater and be part of the problem. I will stay home and be part of the solution. And now
Sure.
I'm just afraid to go.
Yeah.
So we're part of the problem.
Yeah, problem.
There was like
problem
literally
solved.
3 people in the movie theater. So yeah, 3
And
people.
That's what I've heard.
Including myself,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, that movie theaters are basically empty.
Mm-hmm.
So I could go by myself and feel, you know, but
Yeah.
I hear these, you know, when you know there's emergency texts where you get,
Yeah.
have you been to this place? Have you been? And I think
Yeah.
to myself, why would you go to that place?
Right.
They probably went because they're, oh, there's nobody else
people.
there and it's safe to go. So I'm just like, I just won't go. I will just use my social media
Better
streaming
move.
sites and
Yeah.
You don't need
Yeah.
to worry. Of course, it's kind of not
Are we
good, but
6 feet away here?
But the way they're running,
anyway.
the last time I went there were less than 5 people in the movie.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel comfortable. It's like you're watching the movie for yourself.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to Elvis. Let's at least start talking about Elvises.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for me, like, I never visited a movie theater back in my country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after coming to Korea, then I first went to a movie theater.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah.
I'm a bit shocked about that, listener.
Yeah, well, in my country, we have, like, movie theaters, like big as the ones in Korea.
Right.
But they are not, like, that many.
Okay.
And people don't go that much.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Got
these
it.
are considered maybe just for the punk kids and for people with money.
Sure.
Yeah. But for the rest of us, we have like there are places we call them video shows.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like small scale
Yeah,
movie
okay,
theater.
sure.
But they're like everywhere, and it's like a small room,
Okay.
and people sit on benches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
Yeah, very, very simple, and facing the screen, which is as big as it can be. Yeah, and then the windows and doors are closed.
Right.
Yeah, they're closed tight. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
There's picture on the YouTube right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like that is a movie shop.
Right.
Yeah. So like when people aren't going like to the video shows
Okay.
to see their movies, many people go to the movie shops actually to get their movies. Yeah.
Got it.
So what will happen is that you'll go to a movie shop and you'll request a movie that you want if you have something in mind, or you can just go and the movie shop attendant will ask you your age, your preference, and will recommend you a very nice movie. And they're actually very good at it.
I feel like that's
Interesting.
similar to the movie rooms here in Gwangju. There's a few, but you
Yeah.
can go and pick out there's
Yeah.
a couch inside and
Yeah.
a huge screen TV.
Yeah, but the difference is like here you go and watch there, right?
Right.
Yeah, but first you just go and get the movie maybe like before
Oh, like a
it
movie
is.
rental?
Yeah, no, you buy it.
Oh, you buy it?
Yeah, because like they just like use torrents and stuff to
Got it, got
download
it.
the movies, and then like they
okay.
Dodgy.
ban it on to a
Dodgy
DVD,
DVD.
CD, or a USB drive.
Dodgy.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a good downloader. Okay, so yes, but I don't think where you watch it is so important, in my opinion,
Yeah.
as the fact that you are watching it. You're still being able to enjoy it. I think that's more important to me than where I'm watching it. So,
True.
Yeah.
we don't have any time for you. Just kidding. We have to take a station break, listeners.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we're actually going to talk more about this. And we're all going to talk about our favorite movies as well, which I'm
yeah.
super excited about. We're going to eat some popcorn and snacks. Let's listen to a track. It's by 잔잔가 탄 풍경, and it's called 너에게 난 나에게 넌. 잔잔가 탄 풍경.
It's the song
Ouch.
Yeah.
from the
From the drama.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very hot.
I like that one by Jo Jong-seo.
조정석?
Aloha.
Aloha.
Are you fanning me?
Oh.
Mukbang. It smells like a popcorn.
I think this is like chipo snack.
Eh?
Isn't this like dried fish?
Oh, dried fish. Like they like squished it,
Uh-huh.
dried it.
Which fish?
Okay, we have comments, guys. Comments.
Let's see.
안녕하세요, 팡수 아빠.
Oh,
He's always here.
Don't go to in Jeju either. We don't want anyone to get sick.
Jeju.
Who got sick?
I know we don't want anyone to get sick.
Yeah, being cautious.
That's true. Nature is very nice, and he likes romance movies.
Me
Think so,
too.
huh?
Mm.
Oh.
Popcorn. Yes, I don't know who face is, but we have popcorn, and we have yummy popcorn. Oh, popcorn, and we're actually going. Oh, sorry.
Well, Sue PD said she likes squid smell like me, but like
Uh-huh.
foreigners or who haven't like tried it, they don't like it. Yeah.
I was gonna say the first time I smelled it was really strong.
Really?
But now when I smell it, it makes me really hungry.
Oh, it's not too bad.
But I never grew up eating or being around
Dry squid.
any
Yeah.
squid. And fish to me when I was a child was like Captain Highlander fish sticks, like
Yeah.
which is breaded fish flakes. Oh, thank you. Who says my sweet lemon? Oh, 고맙다.
My sweet lemon.
Okay, so listeners who are on our live Northview feed, let us know what your favorite movies are.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's interesting to know. We're going to talk about our favorite movies.
Yeah.
I
추천해줘요.
추천. 드라마 추천.
드라마 아니고.
영화.
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 I was going to say, we're going to talk about dramas. Good Lord, we'll be here until next Wednesday. Sophia has things to do.
Sophia's like.
But do you know what's great? Like going for an exam, and after the exam, you come and watch a drama. That's the best feeling for me.
No, for me it has to be a movie. I
It
feel like-
depends if you have to get up early in the morning. Because
Yeah.
if you start a drama and it's really
Oh.
good, you're like, oh, just one more. I'll just
That
need to
happens.
know what
That's
happens,
how
what
the
she
night
says.
goes.
Those
It
are
happened to me
dramas.
so many times.
Korean dramas, the last scene makes you want to watch
What's
the
the
next
next one?
That's
Let-
exactly it.
Like I'll always say, oh, let me watch the first 10 minutes. Of them.
But how do you watch the first 10 minutes?
You
And
can-
then you're just like, what's going on? No.
That's why I was surprised that he watches it for 5 minutes.
아, 펭수 아빠가 굉장히 프랭크한테 질문 많이 했는데
역시
가만.
펭수 아빠.
잠깐만. I just turned it
물어보는 거
off.
많으시더라고.
I think so.
펭수 아빠 and Frank.
Movie classic?
메시지 좀 읽어주셨어요?
Whoa. Sorry.
Did you guys read some message?
Yes.
조금.
올라온
여기 올라온 거 다 읽었어요.
읽었어?
응.
Who would like to start with the caramel first? Caramel.
하나도 먹고 싶어.
Caramel?
안 돼, 안 돼.
왜 안 돼?
저 다이어트.
헐.
Okay, but that's plain popcorn. Plain popcorn is literally just corn that's been popped.
That's not plain popcorn. That's definitely
Sophia,
butter.
Sophia.
There's no butter on there.
Once is okay.
There's no
Okay.
butter there.
My trainer might be watching this show.
Oh, good. Sophia Trainer, make her do extra to burn off the. Look, Sophia Trainer, I only gave her like 5 pieces.
I'll have
5
땅콩.
pieces.
I'll have 땅콩.
Okay, that's- I was gonna say, look at this.
We
There's
forget what
peanuts
펭수
and
아빠 reminds
sweet.
us.
펭수 아빠 진짜.
역시 펭수
왜,
아빠
뭐
최고.
물어봤어요?
펭수 아빠 알아요.
프랭크
아, 씨.
여자친구
네.
생겼냐고. 역시.
시험은
그러니까 2 weeks 동안.
야, 꽈지 아직 꽈지 않았구만.
일단은 질문 대답해 볼게요.
오케이.
시험은 잘 봤고 지금도 다른 시험 준비하고 있습니다. 다음 주 시험.
아니
오케이,
펭수 아빠 여자친구 생겼냐고 물어봤죠.
에? 여자친구?
네.
아직도 바빠요.
아니,
여자친구는 인생의 숙제지.
인생 숙제입니다. 아직도
Are you finished or you have more to say, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't really an answer. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
finished or yeah, I have more to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have more to say, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to
me,
Frank.
the greatest me.
맛있겠다.
But I usually don't have time to eat these things in the movies.
What do you mean you have
What
time?
the
What else are you
I'm
doing with your
concentrated on the
hands?
movie. I don't have time for my hands.
Your hand is just moving.
Yeah,
You're not
right?
like
You
doing
go
anything.
like this and you
Yeah.
find
In the movies, you always find like,
Exactly.
in the movies, I'm always holding my coffee like this.
There's a meme
Non-stop.
saying that like you would eat more than half of the popcorn even before the movie starts.
How?
Right?
Like
I
you're
think
waiting.
I'm like
You're
that.
bored.
Yeah, yeah.
when does it start? When does it start? Eh?
During the adverts, right?
Yeah.
I actually don't even eat even half of it.
You don't even eat half of it?
Even if we are two people, we don't even eat half of it.
You never
Well, you're
took
just
me.
a weirdo.
You never took me.
Why do you get popcorn then?
That ain't happening.
That's why our family gets like 2 because there's one for me.
Yeah. One for the rest.
Caramel.
My husband doesn't really eat popcorn, so it's like
Nice.
for the kids.
아니요.
Hana.
하나 먹으면
와.
또 먹고 싶어.
트레이너님
Oh,
눈
you
감으세요.
touch it. Bing.
눈 잠깐 감으세요.
Sophia, there's one strategy.
어.
Just eat.
Uh-huh.
Exercise more.
You know my butts and thighs are like so hurt from yesterday and like I can't even bend down
Yeah,
like
there's a saying
this.
in Kenya, you treat fire with fire.
That way I'm not on You treat fire with fire. So if you feel tired,
Yeah.
exercise more than
I was
you
gonna
did
say, what does
yesterday.
that say about the rest of us? We're all eating popcorn. She's like, I have to be good. I'm like, meh, I have to feed my food baby.
I think she P.D.님 likes popcorns a lot.
리필.
여기.
For picking we are her movie.
True, right? Cling.
야, 프랭크 최고. 이런데 왜 프랭크 여자친구가 없지? 아, 우리 프랭크.
뭔가 결혼한 사람들한테만
Oh man.
Have you started spying on her yet?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Checking. Sorry. Ensuring she's good quality.
Everyone is good quality.
Investigating.
What do you mean by quality?
Investigating.
Investigating.
Well,
Spying.
you need to be specific.
We call that stalking.
I'm not doing that thing.
Is there a wall with photos?
No.
Here's her leaving the door.
I shouldn't be the one to spy. I will send someone like
Oh,
all
like family.
Are you
Like your
ready?
family.
Ruby? We are back, listeners. That track was by Day 6. It was called Man in a Movie. If you are just joining us, you have missed a ton of information about movie theaters, both here in Korea and in Kenya. But we are continuing a little bit because you still have a little bit more you want to talk about, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I was saying, like we have these video shows.
Okay.
And when people go there, like the kind of snacks they like eating, we have like in our country we call it njugu karanga.
Oh.
Ragwe. So they are basically just roasted groundnuts. Yeah. And they have like a special way of packing them. Like, oh my.
You're in the movie theater and someone's eating
Yeah,
popcorn.
exactly. So like we have them like in this like white corn pepper. Yeah, in the shape of a corn, white pepper. So the groundnuts are inside there.
Sure.
So yeah, people like that, and sodas too as drinks.
Kind of sounds like it would taste yummy.
Yeah, really. I think Kenyans really like groundnuts. yeah. And also for like people who we have like this drug. It's called mira. I don't know if you know it.
I know it. Yeah.
Yeah, cat.
A drug?
Yeah.
Drug?
It's
I was gonna say, wait a minute.
yeah, because like it's produced in Kenya and it's not that very bad for the health. So people take it a lot and they like taking it with
Oh,
groundnuts.
so it's like, is it like plant-based?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, so it's not too
pot or-
strong.
Yeah.
Marijuana or something.
I don't think, it's not at a scale of like marijuana.
No.
Oh.
Although people take it as a stimulant, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you-
Moving on because we're a PG advocating going to Kenya and trying drugs. Listeners.
Okay, think of it as a snack in Kenya.
It's a snack.
Snack, okay.
Yeah.
Be careful what you're snacking on in other countries before coming back to
Yeah.
Korea. Okay.
Yeah, and actually one very interesting thing about movies in Kenya is like people really like you'll have the original movie,
Okay.
and then we have like people, they call themselves DJs.
Oh.
They'll go and like narrate the movie or what is going on, and they'll record
Oh.
this like, and people like going to watch that.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of
so it's
fun.
like a narrated movie. Yeah.
Oh my god, now he's got hit by a truck. Ooh,
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
could be fun.
So it's actually
Especially-
very nice when they like maybe it's like people really like Bollywood movies too in Kenya.
Okay.
So people when the movie is in Hindi
Oh, right.
and people don't understand, then it's very helpful. Yeah.
I do like Bollywood movies.
Yeah. Although the DJ probably might not know what they are saying.
It doesn't matter. She's shaking her butt. Now he's shaking his butt. Now she's shaking her hips. Now he's shaking his hips.
Exactly.
Ooh, look what they're doing now.
Now they're dancing.
I want to be a movie DJ.
Yeah. So people
McBound.
really like that. Yeah.
Got it,
And
got it,
Kenyans
got it.
also, as I say, they like Bollywood movies
Okay.
and Nigerian movies and
right.
Hollywood action movies.
Okay.
Yeah. Blockbusters.
And you like comedies, right?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
comedies. That's why, like, I think for Korean movies, there's a bit of comedy in each and every movie, actually.
Kind of, yeah.
So that's why I think that's what gets me with Korean
Okay.
movies. Yeah, that's what keeps me hooked up.
All right.
Yeah.
He's
All
a
right.
comedy himself.
Fire truck. Okay. Frank, let's hear all about you and your movies.
Actually, if I talk about movies in Rwanda, I talk about maybe three in three different. The first thing is that the
Need
theaters.
something louder. Uh-huh.
약간 영화관, 르완다에서 영화관이라는 곳은 사실 한국이랑 그렇게 차이가 없어요. 약간 스낵 같은 것도 이렇게 팝콘, 뭐 음료수 똑같이 이렇게 큰 차이가 없는데
Uh-huh.
대신 어떤 장르 좋아하는지 그게 차이가 생겨요. 대부분 남자들은 로맨스 되게 싫어해요.
그쵸.
액션만 보고 싶은 거예요.
맞아.
맞아요.
반대로 여자들은 로맨스.
로맨스.
그런 경향이 있어요. 르완다.
네.
근데 우리 그 해외 영화 빼고 우리가 만든 르완다 무비 인더스트리 따로 있고 약간 힐리우드라고 해요.
어?
사실 요즘 우드라는 거 많이 나와가지고
맞아. 항상 우드 뭐 앞에 뭐 우드
네,
붙이고.
헐리우드,
헐리우드.
아메리칸 헐리우드, 나이지리안 널리우드,
헐리우드. 케냐 리버우드.
르완다는 힐리우드.
힐리우드. 네.
그렇게
I kind of like it though. That's kind of cool.
it's kind of a trend.
Cute.
Riding the piggyback on it.
Yeah.
네.
약간 그 영화들은 대부분 유튜브로 볼 수 있거든요. 근데 어떤 진짜 잘된 영화들, 엄청 화질 좋은 영화들은 어플로만 그 넷플릭스 같은 어플이 있어가지고 그 자추 TV라고 하는 그런 어플이 있어요. 자추는 번역하자면 우리 거
오, 역시.
그렇게 번역되는 그런 말이에요.
르완다 의리.
약간 거기서 르완다 영화도 있고, 그러니까 탄자니아까지
몽고 우드.
네, 뭔가 그런 거 약간 이스트 아프리칸 영화까지 있더라고요.
Right.
그래서 그런 것도 있고, 그리고 아까 엘비스 아까 언급했던 것처럼 그 데빙 인더스트리라고 하는 거 있어요. 나레이팅 하는 거예요. 만약에 볼리우드 영화 아니면 한국 영화,
Right.
뭐 르완다 사람 같은 경우는 모르잖아요.
네네.
약간 무슨 말인지. 그래서 모르니까 사람들은 약간 찾아가지고 자막을 보고 르완다어로 바꿔요. 리코드 하면서.
네.
그리고 아까 했던 것처럼 oh, she's shaking. 그런 약간 리액션까지 추가하셔야
맞아요. 완전 좋아요.
It would be
그래서-
really good for people who are like visually impaired. They can still enjoy the movie
Right.
and feel that excitement.
Right.
True. 그러면 비교하자면 아이들은 그 번역된 영화 좋아하고 어른들은 약간 피에라 가서 아니 영화관 가서 영화 보는 게 되게 좋아해요. 네. 약간 대충 르완다는 그런 세 가지 정도 언급할 수 있을 것 같아요. 네.
So I'm kind of curious. Did you go? Because Elvis said he didn't go a whole lot.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
yeah.
the like
Right.
big movie theaters.
Before.
Yeah,
Right.
to the
You
video
went to the
shows.
smaller ones, right?
Not really because
Oh.
I was young and
Underage?
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
allowed. Yeah, some young people go, but my parents are very strict.
Oh, right.
Can't go.
Sure.
Because
Yes.
there's drugs there. Do they sell
Snacks.
snacks? Snacks.
And it's
Along
very
with the
stuffy.
spying.
Actually.
And
It's very stuffy.
right.
Yeah.
But did you go a lot as a kid, or was it also a case where you were underage and there were these smaller ones and?
Same case as Elvis, but with a different reason.
Oh.
I'm a kind of person whose life was always at school, so I didn't have time for that.
Right.
But I first watched the movies here in Korea, The Avengers. Infinity War.
yeah.
That was my first movie that I watched here.
It was a good one to watch, wasn't it?
The best.
But the interesting thing in Kenya is like we have like in school people go to boarding school, so we have like movie time. And
Saturday.
you go like
in
maybe
school.
to the dining hall and there's movie time.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to read out one quick message and then we have to wrap up. It's from listener 6428 who says, I'm a boy and I love romantic movies, Frank.
Me too.
Unfortunately, listeners, for those on the radio, it's time to wrap up Hello Korea for today, but thank you for joining us. We asked you in the show earlier which country is not included in the G7 countries. We gave you the choice of A, Canada, B, the UK, or C, Korea. The answer is C, Korea. Coming up tomorrow, we'll bring you the latest cultural news and we will have our daily quiz. Suli will join us in the studio tomorrow for foodie trends in Korea. And lastly, Gogo's going to be here to talk about family life and navigating that road on Juma Talk. Join us 10:05 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. Monday to Friday right here on GFN, 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu. Stay tuned for live coronavirus updates from TBS Seoul. Have a great day. We'll meet you back here tomorrow. The last song for our show for today will be this track. It's by Loveholics and it's called Butterfly. Now we can continue talking about the movies we love.
You know,
그냥 클럽 누나가 남겼네요. 엘비스 프랭크 누나가 지켜보고 있다.
우리도 보고 싶어요. 빨리 오세요.
Okay, so
Elvis mentioned something a while ago
what?
about movies at school.
Yeah.
That's the most interesting thing. Because all the school would join in one place. There's a big hall for the school.
Right.
It's meeting schools. They always have a podium and a
Yeah.
screen
Right.
there.
Like gym.
They
Yeah.
project a movie. But the problem is there's the DJ
Yeah.
display, like we just
Yeah.
play a movie he likes.
Yeah. We used to have like it was like
rude.
yeah, we
You need
used
to be close
we
to
used
the
call him
DJ
like
to watch
an
everyone.
entertainment captain. So you have to go with his taste.
That's right.
I understand. Now, let's get to your tastes.
Yeah.
Favorite genre, Frank?
Korean drama.
Really,
Romance.
that's not really a genre though. Genre like
Yeah,
comedy,
they're
horror.
different. I also
adventure,
like
mystery,
some
thriller.
Korean dramas. Like I like Waikiki. It's a comedy.
But if you say
Welcome to Waikiki.
That's the best Korean drama
That's
I've
a
watched.
good
But
one.
if you say Korean drama in general, people the first
Oh,
thought
the
we have
romance
is
things and
romance.
But
everything.
there's like romance, or there's melodrama, or there's romantic
Yeah.
comedy, or there's action, there's thriller, mystery, horror, gore. What's your genre of drama?
If I like recently, I've been really watching so many romantic.
Are you the melodrama type?
I guess you just don't want to admit it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I've been watching dramas like 이번 생 처음이라.
That's a nice one.
This one Vincenzo, like
It's so good though.
top. There's kind of romance inside it. That makes
It has a romance plot, sorta.
Yeah, a little bit.
Undertones,
But not
if you
much
will.
in Vincenzo, no.
That's true,
Yeah.
right?
I think your mom wants something once.
My
네,
mom.
평소에 제가 좋아하시는 거 올려놨거든요. 한번 읽어봐 주세요, 프랭크가.
Watch Sweet Home. There you go. There's a little something for everyone.
Sarah.
What? You have my phone though.
어딨어?
어디? 어떤?
어디?
어떤 거?
펭수 아빠.
어디?
무비?
가족 스캔들.
잠깐만, I don't think my phone
no.
updated. Let's try it again.
가족 스캔들 부부의 세계.
아, 여기 있다.
Oh, here we
그
go.
드라마.
We have a Daniel Haw who says, I love to eat popcorn while watching movie, but I miss the main scene sometimes because of eating popcorn. I've done that. Or you eat so much popcorn and drink so much cola because you get thirsty and then you're just like, when is a good time to go?
Right.
It looks like nothing important might happen. Okay, I'll be right back. It happened to me. Yes, Pink Swappa likes Kwasok Scandal.
Kasok Scandal.
내 안에
그놈.
그놈.
Oh, 내 안에
내 안에
that's a
I've
nice
seen
one.
that one.
It's
True.
very nice. It's a movie.
Sonia,
Love Actually.
Love Actually was cute. I did like that one. But Alan Rickman died, so that's sad, right? They're all romantic love stories.
프랭크랑 비슷하거든요, 취향이.
but do you know how I choose dramas? I just look at the poster.
Wow.
If the actress is
Lame.
beautiful, I will watch it.
Lame.
For me, I look at the actor. If there is Cho Jong-sok, I want
You
to
don't
watch
watch it?
Yeah, he's a good actor.
Okay, so
He's a good actor.
is there a movie you want to recommend?
I have it.
Okay,
Mhm.
Sophia.
I wrote it down.
Oh, I like it.
The one I recently watched was Fast and Furious. I mean, if you are a fan of Fast and
Yeah, of
Furious,
course.
you must watch it.
It's
But
the 9?
yeah, the 9 one,
Yeah.
the recent one. But then it's
Why
a
is
little
that?
cheesy.
Really?
Wireless hi-fi.
Aren't they all cheesy? Like, come on.
I mean,
good.
every movie was cheesy, but this one is like
More cheesy,
cheesy. Like
They're driving a car, and then all of a sudden magnets push the other two cars off. The
I
road,
don't
and
want
they
to.
survive.
Yeah, I don't want to like spoil everything, but like
Please don't.
Watch it.
Yeah, please
Watch
don't.
it.
their performance of driving skill is like out of the space. It's like they would go like
Magnets.
super
Stop.
speed, and then somebody would catch it from the plane. It would just go like fly up to the.
Yep.
Okay,
And I was like, oh my goodness,
go
that's
and
just
watch it,
that's
please.
just too much.
I will watch it anyway, even if you told me the entire
even
movie.
if
I'd
they
watch
say
it.
that, I have to watch it. I've watched up to
Please,
8.
you will enjoy it.
Okay, so I'm gonna recommend to our viewers a children. Well, it's an animation, but I think everybody will enjoy it. If you have not already seen it, it's called Home. It's got the main character's name is O. The female main character is voiced by Rihanna. Jim Parsons, I think his name is, does O.
Oh, person.
And Jennifer Lopez is the mom, Kip's mom. So basically, aliens invade Earth, and they cart all the humans off to Happy Human Town, which is in Australia,
Oh.
and they take over Earth. But they're like little. They look a bit like little.
Yeah, that's
Ojinga. Yeah, they're like
Squid. Yeah.
fat-bodied with teeny little pod. Ojinga, like they're so cute. And basically, they're good at running away, and they've taken a rock. I'm not going to tell you everything, but
Oh,
they
I
take a
think I
rock,
watched
the
it.
shusher, and the Gorg is their mortal enemy coming to get them. And he makes friends with the human girl because he's invited the Gorg to his welcome home party. And it has great music. It's got great themes about acceptance and fitting in and whatnot. It's a really good movie, very touching, also very good music.
Oh, okay.
It's called Home.
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 Animation, you said it is.
It is, yes.
And one more animation, Soul.
Oh, that was a good one
Oh,
too.
that's a really good one. I watched it during the what was it? 자가격리할 때?
During the
Yeah, and then I cried. I cried because we're like we have a really busy life and we don't really think about where we're from and like where we're actually going, but like
Yeah.
the movie is kind of like
Eat your popcorn. I'm gonna make me cry.
You also cry in the movie.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you,
She's a
Sophia.
crier.
It's like it can hit you out of nowhere. That movie is
like nowhere, yeah.
a bit sneaky in that respect. All right, what one are you recommending?
For me, I should recommend like a Kenyan movie too. Like we have, it's called Nairobi Half-Life. Nairobi Half-Life. It came out maybe like 8 years ago, and it was even nominated for the Oscars. It's kind of one of the
Wow.
best movies. Yeah. So it's a story about one guy who has a dream to like make it big in the movie industry.
Okay.
Yeah, but back at home he doesn't have like the resources and anything to start off. To start off. So what he does is like he moves to the city, Nairobi. Yeah, he now moves to the city to like try and live like this good life. But while living in Nairobi, he has like to he ends up having different experiences. He ends up like doing even robbery and such things. Yet he went to chase his dreams.
Right, right.
So that's the like Nairobi half-life because no matter.
Are you gonna spoil the whole movie for us?
Okay, Nairobi half-life is like because when he's in Nairobi, he lives like the half-life, like the robbery and everything, trying to survive, but also like trying to chase his dream is like going in the movie theaters and auditioning and all that. Yeah, so that's the half-life. Yeah, it's a nice movie.
Need tissue, I feel.
Yeah, of course.
Lessons.
We'll need tissue, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm watching the movie right now. That's why I'm taking some.
Actually, a feature of Kenyan movies is like they try to like make the movie so that it will really show like the state of the people, how
Right.
people really live like their lives.
Realistically, as opposed to
That's a feature like
glossed over.
그리고 한국 영화는 제가 승리요.
승리요.
승리요. 추천할게요. 승리요는 이제 유해진 나오고 유해진 is a very nice actor too. He's very funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like Korea's first space movie, I think.
Base sweepers, right?
Yeah, space
Yeah.
So
on
good.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Cried buckets for that too.
Yeah.
You cried?
You didn't when the daughter died because
Yeah,
he was
right.
busy gambling before you made of stone. He's like, "Go away," and
Sci-fis don't get me.
Oh.
Like sci-fis are just.
he spent the
Not
whole movie
realistic.
trying to get her daughter.
I know.
died out.
Right.
Yeah, I
Really.
know. I know.
So space sweepers, 승리요. What's it?
Did you also cry?
Me? No, I can't cry.
Okay.
The closest I've come to crying was when I watched Chillpot Pange Sonmo.
Your eyes were
You cry? You?
I was crying my
I
eyeballs
can't cry. I
out.
came
That's
close to
once
crying.
in a movie.
That's better.
Yeah. I can't cry.
That's good to hear.
Okay, and Frank, which one are you recommending?
If I'm recommending a movie, I recommend the movie Bad Boys.
Oh,
Bad boys.
Bad
it's
boys,
me.
bad boys. What you gonna do?
What's gonna do?
I will not explain a lot for not spoiling your movie, but
Yeah.
you gotta watch it with.
I
Will
love
Smith.
that guy, the chubby one.
Will
Yeah,
Smith,
Yeah, I
what's
forgot his name, but
Oh my
Yeah,
god, now I
he-
just
They're
drew
his
Will Smith
friends.
and
Yeah,
Will
but-
Smith and the
And
friend.
he's also very big. Huh.
he is big. Why can we
Yeah.
not remember his name?
So
Andy, social media network.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good movie.
It is a good movie, and it also has a good soundtrack,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
I do love the soundtracks in movies, by the way. If it's got a good soundtrack, then I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I like it. We have time for. I also want to say, if you ever see if you want like a more alternative kind of indie movie, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh.
Right? Have you seen it?
Oh,
It is
yes.
so weird, listeners, that you'll just be like, what is happening and where in time are we? But
Yeah.
it's great.
It is. It's a great movie.
Right?
For me, I think the greatest Bollywood movie I've watched is Three Idiots.
Three Idiots?
Yeah.
Oh.
Idiots?
세월간이.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. I've never heard of that
Three
one.
Idiots.
You need to
You
watch
have
it.
to watch
Okay.
You
it.
have to watch it. It's a classic.
Look for the 3 idiots.
Like, do I have to say it like this? Three.
Idiots.
Oh, and what is it? Oh, there's Minari as well.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's a good
That
one.
was a really sad movie as well.
I haven't
Yes.
watched it yet.
There are so many good kids movies out there, and so many good
Yeah.
adult movies. And like, if you think about the sheer number of movies that have ever been released,
Yeah.
it's really hard to pick just one
Yeah, exactly.
that you can recommend for like
See, they
everyone.
they keep on coming, right?
We're only supposed to recommend two.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, we have run out of time.
Oh.
That's it. We want to say goodbye to our listeners and thank you so much for all your messages. Thank you for tuning in today, and hopefully we'll see you back next week for more fun things, and we will enjoy our popcorn and snacks.
Yeah.
Bye, 여러분.
네,
바이바이.
다음 주에 봬요.
수고하셨습니다. 많이 안 먹었네?
이거 맛있었어요.